Hi, my name's Crystal Rutherford, and this is Mrs. Haley Lavorne, and she's a sixth grade language arts teacher at Burns Middle School. Today we're here to discuss the technology use in the classroom. So I have a couple of questions to ask you today. And the first one is, what type of technology do you use to develop your lessons?
Well, first of all, your basic Microsoft, Word. I use that. I've used anywhere from just typing to creating brochures, creating newsletters, PowerPoints, anything like that. Also, from there, I'll surf the net for materials, and when I do that, I might use stuff from SchoolTube or already made teacher materials. One of my favorite websites is Pete's PowerPoint Station, but it has educational games. It has PowerPoints, and it's really a good tool for me to use. Take that, and then I can build on it also. Um, and then at the beginning of each year, I'm given a course of study, which is on a CD, and it has all kinds of information, and I kind of have to navigate my way through that. And then also my textbook software it has games, it has PowerPoints, it has videos, all of that stuff I kind of try to look at and dissect when I'm actually developing a lesson.
Okay. And when presenting your lessons, when do you incorporate the use of technology?
Well, one of the main ways that I, kind of use technology when I'm presenting my lesson is I have my LCD projector on my laptop. So instead of the old-fashioned expo marker, writing notes, or showing PowerPoints, copies of PowerPoints, I try to go paperless and use that LCD projector, which helps a lot. Also, I have a set of student computers that my students can go on for additional resources if they don't understand something. I can set them up on a website, or have some educational games that kind of help them. And the smart board is always a great way to get the kids up and get them engaged in the learning process. Also, an Elmo. We just got 3 Elmos at our school, and one thing I like to use the Elmo for, it's this little device, and you can put anything under it. And I like to put students' writing under it, and it enlarges it. It's like a fancy overhead projector, but you don't need the screen or anything. You can just stick whatever, and we can kind of pop it up there and talk about it as a class. So that's kind of cool. And also my novel studies, I use the CD player a lot, or I'll stick them into the computer and play them through there when my kids, they're reading it and they're listening to it too. So all those things I use that are technology filled in the classroom.
Okay, and what other teacher duties require the technology know-how?
Oh my God, so many. And they don't tell you this when you become a teacher, but there's so many things that you have to know and that you have to learn. Um, First off, all our grading and all our attendance is done through a program called STI. And it's a program, it's pretty easy to use, but it is nice to have someone there, telling you how to get through it. So, every day we post attendance on the computer. Every day we post grades on the computer, and parents can check those grades. And so that's a huge, huge thing that you don't go into as a teacher, that you do learn how to use your basic email. And you'd be very surprised how many people don't know how to send an email, or don't know how to send a mass email. And I use that a lot, especially if I need something in my classroom, if I'm short a desk, or if I need newspapers for a scavenger hunt. I'll send a mass email out. Hey, doing a lesson tomorrow, does anybody have this that I can borrow? Scissors, glue, anything like that. So people really need to learn how to use the basics of their computer, and you'd be surprised at how many people don't. Other programs that teachers have to know how to use that we're not familiar with at first, SubFinder. Whenever we go on a field trip, or we need a sub just to take a day off, we have to report that onto SubFinder, and we have to get a sub. Also, Cronus time clock. My school has a program where when we walk in the building in the morning, we have a little fingerprint Cronus time clock system. And our bookkeeper, likes us to check it and run her off a copy of it, if there's any time that we forgot to punch in, or if something didn't match up, was wrong, and you have to be able to go into that system, look through it, check it out. Also, all professional development opportunities you have to sign up through the school website, and they're all posted there. You're able to check it. You can see how many vacancies they have. And then our school website. Burns has a website that we have to keep updated with lesson plans. I'm also the volleyball coach, so I keep that calendar updated. Any type of school news that goes on, you can look at it through that website. So from when I went to school, the technology was very limited. I remember the good old overhead projector.
Yeah.
That's not even found anymore. And we just have so many technology opportunities and everything. Our principal is really big right now on going paperless. So he really encourages us to use every bit of technology that we can. So, it's definitely infused into the curriculum, and as a teacher, you need to know how to use it.
I agree. Well, thank you, Ms. Lavorne, for your time. I really appreciate you taking the time to answer these questions.
No problem.